Okay.
What is that sound?
Crackers.
Hello, what is that sound?
Some crackers blowing up. Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do then? That's quite disturbing actually.
Okay. 1 second. Um,
You can start screen sharing, Balaji. Screen sharing.
yeah. Is this okay now?
It's better.
Yeah.
It's slightly better.
Okay.
I will leave the call from my side. Balaji, you can start screen sharing from your end.
Okay.
Okay. And Vijay, if you're listening, you can, as soon as Balaji starts screen sharing and he's ready, you can start broadcasting.
It's already live.
Okay, cool. So Balaji, you can start screen sharing right now.
I shared my screen. Okay. So, all right. Okay, fine. All right, guys. I'll be using the Python 3.6 version. Like, so, yeah, like we'll be creating an we'll be starting it. We'll be creating a blank Django project, and today we'll be developing an simple to-do application with the Django project. Okay, so all right. So before starting the Django project, I would just want to say about like uh, a simple tool called Virtual ENV. So what this virtual ENV creates is if I'm working on multiple projects, like one project is on Django version 1.1 and one project is on Django 1.5 and one is another on 1.11. If we install the Django project on your system, like if you upgrade the Django project for one project and later if you start another project, it would be on the same one point. Like there is only one software, like only one package installed, then it would create a problem for you to work on the multiple projects. So the solution for that is to to create an each virtual environment for each project. So like this virtual environment is an Python virtual environment, like which consists all the packages for them. Like okay, right now if you see uh, okay, so there are a lot of whole bunch of packages installed on my system, and like I don't want all these packages to be like working on the project which I'm creating. So like what I would be doing is like we will create a simple virtual environment. Uh, like Here I'm specifying the Python path. Uh, Okay. Now, when I create a virtual environment, it creates an directory with the environment name. Like when I say virtual environment -p Python path and demo, it creates an folder called as demo on this system in the current folder. So like when I go for the demo folder, like here you can see like to any like when you want to work on some virtual environment, you need to activate it like /bin. So like you can see here like I'm on the virtual environment called demo. Like when you try to see the Python packages now, like I have nothing. Okay, so all the Python packages which were installed on my main system does not apply here. So like right now I can see there is only one package. Now we'll be first installing the Django. Now like when you see this, like have installed the Django 1.11. So like when I'm outside this environment, this Django package will not be appeared. So like this Django package is binded to this virtual environment. Okay, cool. So like now our system is installed with the uh, Django project. All right. So first we need to create a Django project. Uh, like first I'm creating a folder uh, called to do. Like I'm into that folder. Like when you install Django, there is a global Python file called as the Django admin.py. So like this Django admin.py will be available uh, when you install this Django. Remember we installed the Django here. Like pip install Django is equal to 1.11. So it installs the Django package. Like this is a file which is created by the Django package. And first one, first we need to create an individual project for Django. So Django admin.py uh, start project and like sudo project. Okay. Now like yeah like sorry, there was a typo. To do project, it's okay. uh, like when you create a Django project, you will get a folder named with the project. So right now you can see here like a project is created, and if you go into the project, what you will see is the manage.py, a Python file, and a to-do project, a project folder, which which is a folder name of your project. Okay, so yeah, so this is our first Django project of a to-do project. Here, like this, if you see here, like first, uh, there is a manage.py file which manages the entire Django project, and there is a folder like Django divides its projects into apps. Like by default, there is an app which like inside the project folder, like other than manage.py folder, all the apps are individual folders. So like this to project app is a default app which is created when you initiated this uh, to project. Okay, so the to project folder name here is the actual Django project, and the to project folder inside this folder name is an Django app. So only now, like as I said, like this manage.py uh, file is the main file which controls the entire project. Now, let's start running the project first. Python manage.py run server. This is how like you run the Django project. Okay, so the link, boom. Here we go. This is the Django project. Our first Django project worked and it's running. All right. So if you want to see the code, mm, okay. So previously there was only manage.py file. Now there is also a DB SQLite database, and this is a default app. Now, like, where did this database came from? Like, like as I said, like this manage.py is the main file which contains the entire Django project. And the first thing which happens when you run this Python manage.py run server is that inside this to-do project, there is an settings.py file. This is the first file which gets executed when you run this server. Okay, so like here, like here in the databases, like like the default database which comes when we install the Django project, it's configured to use the SQLite database, like in the current directory. So, like when the SQLite database is not there, it will automatically create an SQLite database for the first time. So, like that's what happened when you start this server. Now you see here, like the to-do project, the to-do app, and a manage.py file, and the SQLite database. Okay, all right. So, okay. Now, first we'll see like what is the way like which the Django works, the process of execution. First, it will execute the settings.py. The settings.py contains all the settings and configuration for that entire Django project. And this is the first file which gets executed when you run the Django server. Next, what it does is it collects like let's see what are the files here in the to-do app. The first file which you have seen is the settings.py. Like it contains all the settings, and this is the first file which gets executed. And the next thing what it happens is like there is an urls.py file which contains URL mapping for all the URLs in this Django project. So right now there is only one URL. Like Django uses regular expression to bind URL pattern to its view functions. So like if you see this regular expression, this is the beginning of the line admin slash that's it. So like so right now if you go to this pattern of slash admin, it's take you the Django admin panel. So like this all happened because like you have this regular pattern here. Like let's see, like now. Okay. Like whenever we change the file, and when you use this Django manager by run server, what it does is it automatically like reloads the entire project. Like you need not stop and start the server again. Like when you make any changes, like see here, like it automatically reloaded the entire project. And like we change this regular expression to add two S's, right? And this is our main project, like slash previous admin now gives page not found, because this admin does not match with the regular expression. And when you add two S's here we go. So this is how it works. Like for every URL, there is a regular expression and a mapping functions for its URL. All right. So let's get started. Like we till now we have seen just this to-do app, right? In the project, like as I said, like Django divides the divides the entire project into a set of apps, and each app contains its view functions and its databases, database map, like database tables related to that app. So like if you want to move one app from one of the project, like you can move this folder and run the migrations, and the app would be migrated. Like that's how it designed. Now, okay, okay, I'm stopping the server, and like the way to create the project is like Python Python manage.py start app. Okay, test is a reserved keyword. Uh, you can say test app. Okay, so like as I said earlier, like there will be an each folder for each of the app. Like when I said like Python manage.py startup and uh, test app, it create an folder which is an individual app for the project. Like you can create as many, like as many apps for each project, and like uh, so each app contains all this following. Like it contains a models.py where you define all the databases related things, and it contains the views.py where you know define the views for the functions. Like these views are the simple functions which takes an HTTP request and return the response. Like as I said, like when the Django first starts its project, it goes through this urls.py. It scans for all the URLs and finds its view functions and execute them. Okay, so these are like right now, like forget about this migrations test and other folders. Like what we are presently concerned is with this models.py and the views.py. So this models.py contains all the database related information, and the views.py contains the functions which we want to use, uh, like which we map it to the URLs. Okay, each function in a view is a simple function which takes an HTTP request and returns you a response. All right. So, mm, okay. Now, like as I said, like this, all these applications are portable, and we need to register the application for the project when we want to use that. Like here we created a test app, right? And we want to register the test app to this Django project. For that, what we need to do is like in the settings.py, it contains all the installed apps. Like here, this is an array of strings, and each string is the app name. All right. So these all are the default Django apps. Now, like we need to add the app name which we have created. So it is test app. Uh, we'll write it right here. Test app. Now the Django application knows that uh, rather than only the like a default to do app, it also now has the test app. All right. So remember this structure. Now, like let's start an hello world program. Like now the task is to, like, as soon as we start the Django project, in the home page it should show the hello world. That's our first task. To do that, first we need to write some view function and add it in the urls.py. Like we should map that view function to an urls.py. Okay, so we'll do that. Like here we have a views.py in the test app, and we want to create a view, right? So I said, like, in Django we can create views in two ways. Like it can be like a class or a function. Like right now we will be exploring how to do it with a function. Okay, so this is how you define a function. Hello world, and it takes an request, and it's a very simple hello world. So like uh, we'll be first importing the HTTP Django dot HTTP import HTTP response, and here we will like a return HTTP response. Okay, as I said, like each function in the view is simple function which takes a request and returns the HTTP response. All right. So since we have written this HTTP, we have written our first view function. Now it's time to, like, link this view function to an URL mapping. So we have the urls.py here, and this is a list of URL regular expressions and its view functions, right? So we'll create a new URL mapping, and when we give a string preceded with this R, it's a raw string. So this is for matching the regular expression. So it's a beginning of the line and it's the end of the line, nothing else. So like it checks after the project. So like whatever you give here, the input string goes as the regular expression. Now, like for the home page, there is nothing. So this is the regular expression for that, like start of the line and end of the line, nothing else. And the view function for it is, okay, first we need to import the view function. See, right now we are in this urls.py, which is in to do project, and like we have the test app, and in the test app views we have the function of hello world. Like we'll be importing that function here in the urls.py from test app dot use import hello world. All right, so like this is a hello world function which we have written, which takes a request and returns a response of string called hello world. All right, so here we go. Like so, like as I said, like this is a regular expression, this is a view, and in the same way this is a regular expression and this is a view function which we have imported. saving this file and on manage.py and server. What happened? Import error. Okay, Python manage.py make migrations. Some problem. Some tab.views input hello world and okay. I think I did not save this view file. Okay, sorry guys. Like I made changes here in the view file, but I did not save it. So like it was unable to find this hello world function. Okay, so view file. So, all right. So now the server is running, and when you hit the URL now, you see your hello world. Okay, cool. So like a just brief review of what happened. When we do the run server, it executes the settings.py and it detects like there is an app installed called test app, and it will go through the test app and import all the functions. And next thing what happens is like it executes this urls.py, and here we are saying like from test app.views import hello world. Then it goes to the test project and the views file. Yeah, and the views file and imports this hello world method, the URL, and it binds this hello world method to this regular expression. So like this regular expression is a blank thing like which matches nothing. So like in the home page, there at the part we have nothing, right? So like yeah, so this regular expression matches to this view function, and when a request comes to this home page, it calls this view function and passes the request and returns the response, and that response is returned back to the browser. All right. Okay. Next, okay. So the next thing what we'll be doing is like we'll be, right now we are actually returning the plain text to the server uh, here. Like next we want to return a simple HTML file. So how it works is Django has all the HTML files in directory called static, and okay, so we will So like I'm stopping this all. And we will create a static folder here. Okay. So here in the settings.py, there is a URL here, which you know drives all the static content. So all the static files. Okay, one second. KDAR static and 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 here in the test app, we are yeah, we are having a static folder, and we'll be creating a new HTML here. It's like like saving this, and in the views, uh, so instead of returning the simple HTTP response, now we'll be returning the HTML file. So there is a shortcut function which is called as a render to response, which actually takes the template name as the first argument. So here the template would be the HTML file. Return render to response, and here it's look, yep. Save this in HTML file, and it should reload. Okay. And here we will I'm sorry, like yeah. Into the project. Okay, I did not mention the path of slash static. Okay. Sorry. Like I need to. Okay, I did not set the static root. Uh, 1 second. Exception value static. Oh, okay. So like the hello.html is okay. Okay. Sorry. Like, okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Like content admin. Okay. Sorry. It's not a static file. It's a template. So I should keep it in the templates directory. So yeah, all right. So okay. So there should be a template folder here. Like templates and just moving this. there is some problem with the setup. Like yeah, like I think yeah. Like yeah, we'll figure it out. Like yeah, like I think we'll do it tomorrow. Like for today, like uh, we have gone through this uh, views and rather HTML. Tomorrow, like we will go we'll see how to deploy the, like how to render the static files and like how to integrate Vue.js here in the HTML, and we'll do it to do app tomorrow using the models. Okay. Yeah, like we'll do it tomorrow.